Good afternoon, YouTube. Alright, so Mr. Walkie Talkie, we do have your 8-pill up and going, big guy. We've also got your 16-pill done. Just haven't got the video shot on it. But anyways, so got your 8-pill in. Some good news. You didn't have a blowed transistor, so that's great. You did have one of the two capacitors on the input here had fallen out of tune, so we pulled it out. It wasn't off much, but it had settled down just a little bit, so we pulled it out, changed that, retuned the input of the 8-pill, and that seemed to pretty well take care of it. Did have one other problem. You had one of these input capacitors. Matter of fact, it just happened to be this one right here. Somehow had developed a cold solder joint, so the one side was basically laying against there. It wasn't, fully soldered like it really should have been for some reason. So I think that's just from years and years of being used. So went ahead and went through all those, resoldered everything to make sure that everything's all taken care of. Let's see, I don't remember if when we rebuilt this one the last time, I think that's whenever I changed that out to the SMTs. So, we've got the newer style capacitors here on the output transformers, but overall tune looks really good. Talked on it a little bit here locally. I don't have a 2-pill driver currently built. I keep selling everything that I have, so every time I turn around I need a driver. So today we're actually just going to be using the RCI X9. So we got it tuned, it's been tuned up by Truck CV Sales, so we're going to be using that. Roughly it's going to do about 150 PEP as far as the radio. I think it's actually about 145, but anyways, it does about 70, I think about 75 RMS. So it's not going to drive this to full fruition, but to give you a good good reference number, as far as with what we're going to see out of it. So if you're just going to be loafing, because I know you've got a similar radio as far as it's going to do 100, 150 out. I think you're running with this, so to kind of give you a baseline anyways. But anyhow, we've got this up and going. We've already tested the fans, make sure they're still in good shape. So we're going to go ahead and run through this real quick and get you some numbers. So let me turn this off here real quick. We'll go up here to the get up here onto the meters, and I'm going to show you what we're putting into this here. So first line on 1000-watt scale is where our carriers, it should be about 10 watts. Audio check, audio. So yeah, about 60 watts RMS. Peak, hello, audio. 2500 watt scale, so top scale. Audio. So, alright. Let's go ahead and turn this on. Yeah, I just kept bringing the carrier up till I got, somewhere about 175 on the carrier. So there we go. Output reflect. Audio. About 2/10. Audio. So about 390 on the RMS, a little over 1,000. Not a lot, but just a little over 1,000. We're gonna go over here and look at the input reflect real quick. Unfortunately, this camera stand just doesn't let me pull out quite as far. So it's another one of those $1,000,001 projects we'll get to eventually. So let's see if we can get that turned over here. Audio. audio. So just a little, just a little bit under a half a watt as far as that goes. So pretty good across the board. Like I said, you're not going to see full fruition out of it with this radio, but it kind of gives you, like I said, just a baseline with it. But like I said, overall, turned out pretty good. Probably your cheapest repair that you've had in a long time as far as on your amplifiers. So, alright, big guy, I'll get the top put on this one. I'm going to get over to the 16 pill, we'll get it hooked up, and we'll start doing some numbers on it. I'll probably use the same radio because it's the only one that I've got that has a built-in amplifier, so that way we can kind of get you some reference numbers. Like I said, so I'm not going to be able to show you full output out of either one of them at this time, just because I'll know that you want to get this stuff and we need to get it out to you and get on to the other projects that we've got here. So, alright, big guy, I appreciate it. Like I said, hopefully you like the video, and I'll give you a call after we get the other video shot, get it uploaded, and I get everything figured for both amplifiers. So take care, everybody. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe. We greatly appreciate it. We will see you on the next video.